Our front header attachment menu. We can assign what header is on, but with header recognition, typically when you hook up the header, it should automatically pick which header. We can assign the working width, and that helps us for our acre counter. The partial increments is if we got a 24 foot 10 row head, it's 10 rows, we can put that in. Now if we're doing a pickup and we're merging or raking 3 swaths into there, we can do 3, and that will help us to assign for the acre counter if you're really wanting to have acres adjusted correctly. Auto contour, we can adjust how fast it's moving. We can adjust how fast the side-to-side oscillation is moving. We can adjust how fast the drop rate and lift rate, as well as cross leveling. So with a corn head on, and if you're going through the field and it feels like the chopper is really jerky, you can turn down the side-to-side motion for that, and that will smooth out the chopper, because it just means that it's trying to go too fast of measuring the side to side, and it's really jerking the chopper, especially if you got smaller tires on and the tires are in the narrow base format. Next one is our front attachment height. If we hit our preset height number here, you see how it becomes bold. We can either tap on here and adjust the height to what we want, and it'll learn that, or we can go into another menu that we'll get to in a minute. Working position, this is when your inoculant, your acre counter, everything turns off. So you want to set that for just a little bit below whatever you're raising the header for headland height, so that way it stops counting acres. It shuts off your inoculant when you're turning on the headland. And then follow the owner's manual's instructions to learn your upper and lower limits. It's extremely important when you put a new head on that you learn the upper and lower, so the header can perform up and down properly. You can also see here with the mode, we've now got selected the preset height, and it turned green. In preset height, you can see with the arrows up and down. If we set with auto contour, we can measure the auto contour with pressure. If you want to change something, you can come in here and change the height. You can still, in the same menu, change all of the things there as well. So if we go back to preset height, we can also use on the armrest, the buttons over to the side, we can change the header height as well from the buttons. Now we're going to adjust our header height. So we turned our engine on, we turned our cutter head on. Please make sure things are safe around you before you do that, and again, reference your owner's manual and all the safety procedures. So now if we want to adjust in our header things, we have to select, let's say, preset height. So we hit the preset height button, and you see now the little icon turns green, and we can set then the height. We can either come into the monitor and hit the button here, and we can change that this way, or we can use a little toggle switch that looks like header up and down off to the right of the armrest, and you can see how it moved. And if we hit the preset height button again, you see how it went to the white one, and that's how we would run a corn head if we had no auto contour wands. As well as any other head, when we turn on the headland, we can set that height, so for headland height. Now we can do the flotation. So we have an older header attached here, so that's why we're in a negative number. A negative number is using the float of the feed roll cabinet. If you're in a positive number, you're using electronic sensors on the hay head. And you can again use the buttons on the side of the armrest to adjust it up or down. And with a hay head, You always want to get out, and once you got it set right, go look at the brass tube on the right hand side of the hay head, and with the chopper sitting still safely in park, that tube should be in the upper one.